Greetings viewers, this is Montomatic coming at you with another video. Today we are going to discuss and open the perfect grade Gundam Exia Celestial Being Mobile Suit GN001 from Bandai. And before I start by discussing the history of the Gundam Exia, all I can say is right now is just I've been looking forward to building this kit for quite some time now. I'm most excited to build perfect grades. I don't have too many of them just because, well, one, the most expensive kits out there, and two, they also take up some shelf space. So that's why I don't have too many, but I just like the fact that I also was a fan from Gundam 00. For those who have not seen it, I highly recommend. It's just very interesting, especially the pilot Setsua FCA. And I just like his catchphrase on the show, I am Gundam. So it's a little bit interesting, but like I said, if you haven't watched it yet, be sure to check it out. But enough of that. So let me share some background of the Gundam Exia. The Gundam Exia, and along with 4 other Gundams deployed in AD 2307 by the paramilitary organization Celestial Being, to eliminate the world conflicts through armed interventions. To fight against the world with their small numbers and win, these Gundams have overwhelming power and equipped with advanced technology a century ahead of its time. Notably, the semi-perpetual GN drive mounted in the center of the Gundams provide almost limitless energy and generates special multifunctional GN particles. So this centerpiece right here, with my fingers pointing, that's the GN drive. The other Gundams that was part of Celestial Being include the GN002 Gundam Dynamis, GN003 Gundam Kyrios, GN004 Gundam Nadli. If I'm mispronouncing all these, I do apologize. And GN005 Gundam Virtue. While the GN drive can produce GN particles endlessly, even when the Gundams are inactive, there is a limit to the amount that could be produced. Thus, continuous or heavy usage of beam weapons and other GN particles consuming systems might cause these Gundams to run out of particles. And to avoid this, the Gundams have GN condensers in various body parts to store excess GN particles. The Gundam Exia is nicknamed Gundam 7 Swords, as its development code was 7 swords, and as indicated by this name, it is equipped with a total of 7 blades to meet the needs of the moment during combat. Of these 7, the GN sword is a GN long blade, GN short blade or physical blades, while the rest are beam based and consisted of 2 GN beam sabers and 2 GN beam daggers. The GN sword specifically serves as a primary weapon, and due to its low energy consumption, the Exia has an advantage in prolonged combat. The Gundam Exia has an overboost mode that temporarily boosts its GN drive's performance and thus increases the mobile suit's capabilities. During an emergency, the Exia can activate a special trans-AM system that enhances thrust and defensive capabilities, as well as increases output to 3 times that of a normal specification for a limited period of time. Basically, the trans-AM system is when the Gundam has like a red shade to it, like it's almost like its own, you can say an engine is just heating up and it just turns red. However, this is basically a double-edged sword because even though the Exia's performance will increase, it also drops dramatically once it ends. So Trans-Am, as great as it is, it's like I said, it's a double-edged sword. So the Gundam Exia was mainly used in the first season of Gundam 00. However, after some time, it was getting kind of old, it was damaged, and that Setsua FCA, again, the pilot of the Exia, was still applying it, but unfortunately it was just getting damaged. So eventually he received the Gundam 00 along with the 00 Riser, and that was his main Gundam in season 2. And in the 00 movie, he was given a new Gundam, which is the what was it, the Quanta. But personally, the Exia and the 00 Gundam were my favorites of the three. One, I think the Exia just has a cool name, personally. And the 00 definitely is a good upgrade, I would say. And who knows, I may just review that one day too. But that's enough about the origins and a little bit of information regarding the Gundam Exia. Let's take a look at the box. So, as you can see at the top left corner, that's the symbol and the code for Mobile Suit Gundam 00. There's the Exia's head. That's the celestial being symbol. So you see here, perfect grade Gundam Exia, celestial being mobile suit. And the Bandai label on the bottom right. And on the bottom left is Bandai 2017. So this was released in 2017. So I'm going to reach out because this box is, well, pretty big. I'm going to try to show all sides of it the best I can. So here is a celestial being, perfect grade, 1/60th scale. So just keep that in mind that perfect grades are 1/60th scale. To give you a good scale rate, master grades tend to be 1/100 scale. Real grades and many high grades are 1/144 scale. And the Zori kits that I built and reviewed on this channel, they were 1/72 scale. So this is actually the biggest biggest kits that I have. And on the bottom left, I want to say this code 18,000, I believe this actually is for 180 US dollars. But I will say I did not spend 180 on this. I actually was a little bit less. So kind of happy with that. And on the back side of the box, let me see if I can just zoom out a little bit. Okay. So you can see the full body of the Gundam Exia, some action poses. Like I said, 1/60th scale. That's the GN sword, and that's one of the beam sabers. It shows you a close-up of the head, and these elbow and knee joints. And at the bottom left, it has some gimmicks and details regarding the kit, some hatches. So the right here is where the cockpit is, so that can open for the pilot. Some armaments or weapons. It has the GN shield, the GN sword, 4 beam sabers that I mentioned, and a GN long blade and GN short blade. That's the GN drive that I mentioned, so it actually is entered in the body from the back. And some hand parts, and this is actually a bit interesting. From the base on the few perfect grades I built thus far, it mainly came with only one set of hands, but I feel like this comes with 5 pairs of hands. So that is very interesting. I never actually seen it for a perfect grade. That looks pretty nice. And lastly, the other side where you see Exia posing, kind of nice, and some lights there too. All right. So that's enough about the box, but now let's open it up. I'm doing this the best I can. Please forgive me. I'm just going to move the box to the side. Oh. All right. So we got the A runner, which basically has majority of the most colorful parts. So, and most of the main colors in many Gundam kits, some red, some blue, some yellow. Here's a sticker sheet for the eyes, for the chest piece, and some of those elbow and knee joints. That was on the back of the box. And it looks like this is for the GN sword, and I kind of like the color of this. I'm kind of happy that it doesn't look like I need to spray paint it. I think I'm kind of liking it. This is like a nice chrome color, but maybe I will spray paint it just because those nut marks might be there after I cut the pieces out of the runner. So we see how it looks. Here's another A2 piece, and also some clear parts here. Some translucent pieces. I can tell that this is for the chest, so that's kind of nice. And I can't tell where some of these might go. I believe some may go for the shoulder. Here are pieces for the beam sabers, along with the beam daggers, and pieces for the GN shield. Here's some pieces for the weapons, and mainly the GN sword and shield. It looks like there's some small parts too. I thought these were polycaps, they're not. This is just for small pieces, but I think there's some connection pieces here. Some maybe white pieces, which I'm actually looking forward to because it seems like there are going to be a lot of opportunities for some paint aligning, so I'm really happy with that. But here it looks like there are some pieces for the head and also for the chest. And I can actually see there are some pieces here for hands. So I see a closed fist and the open hands. And I think there might be pieces for individual fingers. And looks like they are, but I am unsure if the fingers themselves can move. But it doesn't look like it. So I think they're just, just this joint of the fingers move. So like this. But I don't know if I see any that actually bend. So, but we shall see. There's still plenty wonders in this box. Some more white pieces. I'm going to say these are for the legs. Some green translucent pieces. So I'm saying these might be for some weapons. And there is the pilot, so that's Sensitive F say. So there he is. I think there should be another piece here that shows an actual like small figurine, but we shall see. Some white pieces for the weapons. I can tell is for the GN shield. More translucent green pieces. These are a little bit lighter than the other green translucent pieces. So I can tell these are for the, I want to say the chest piece, for the GN drive, and also for those knee and elbow joints. Some pieces here. I'm gonna guess these are for the legs. Some mini white pieces here. I'm gonna go on a limb. Some for the beam saber, some for the hands and arms. Pieces here, I can tell, I'm going to say these are for the arms and legs. And from what I can tell, yeah, right here, what I'm pointing at, these are for the individual fingers. So they actually do have pieces to, with hands that actually have fingers that move all the way. So they're just right there. So good, I'm really happy with that. Some other clear pieces. These are a little bit not too clear. I feel like there's like a gray tint, but this looks exactly like the green ones that I just showed. So it seems like I have an option of which ones I like to use. So I kind of like that. Some pieces here for the swords, and then maybe for the shield too. And yes, I was right. There is the figurine for Setsuna F. Seiei standing up, so I'm happy with that. Some blue pieces for the GN drive. And some other pieces for the GN drive too. Some pieces for the body. And for the waist. These I can tell these pieces are for the legs, especially for the upper legs. That big piece is definitely for the shield. It looks like these are joints for the upper leg, so basically the connection piece for the upper leg and the waist. I'm going to go on a limb and say these are for legs, and okay, now these are for the swords, I can tell. Alright, these are some big pieces, okay. Some stickers here, I guess I can put behind the translucent pieces. And it looks like this is an action base. Okay, really happy with that. If you get the kit and it comes with an action base, that's always a plus. So I'm really happy that this comes with it. And that one actually looks pretty like complex. This does not look like an ordinary action base, so that's nice. I like that. Other perfect grade kits that I've seen that comes with action base, there's only about just a few pieces and just put it together. So that seems a little bit more complex, which I'm really happy with. Oh, here is the big action base. See, I think that's it for all of the pieces. But most importantly, the instruction manual. And of course, this is pretty thick for a perfect grade. And unfortunately, there's a little bit of fold on the upper right. But to see perfect grade instruction manual, here is the Exia with a with the centerpiece and the head lining up. And this is, I kind of like this. The Upper part is in Japanese and the bottom part is English. I don't think I've ever actually seen this on a Gundam kit. I can't say that I have. Yeah, I ordered that or I don't recall, but that's actually pretty nice. They actually have the Japanese and English version, so they translate for you. That's really nice. I like that. The glimmer of particles that changed the era. I like the way how that sounds. So here's the Gundam Exia. There's some characters from the Gundam 00. That right there is Cessna F. Say. And here are some other Gundams that was part of Celestial Being, along with the pilots. These other three are the pilots, and the Gundams are one's long range, one is very bulky, and one transforms. This one I'm not. I think that was actually an enemy. So there's that. And here we have some all of the runners that comes with the kits, along with some stickers. They are two sets of stickers, stickers A and stickers B. And oh, there's actually another piece for the action base. So okay, I thought that was for something else. So they are 3 pieces. And here are some the runners there, and there are more runners available. Very nice. And shows you the assemble index. So there's the action base, there's the inner frame, the armor, and all the hatches open, along with all the weapons here. This shows how to be careful whenever cutting the pieces off of the runners. They tend to tell you to cut a little bit off of the pieces that connect to the runners, and then you can trim them off. That way, whenever you do cut them out of the runners, you're not damaging anything. But if you're really careful, then you could just cut it at the points that they do meet on the runner. So you can basically skip this step if you're really good at cutting it where they need to be cut. And I think this is so gate here. So okay, it's telling you here that there's a piece there that you need to cut off. Okay. Oh, this is actually pretty interesting. It tells you to build the action base first. Sometimes I tend to see the action base being the last thing to build. Okay, and here's the chest frame. And I like this. They actually tell you which runners that you will need to build the chest piece. And it looks like the waist skirt too. So I like that. I like that. Some instructions do tell you which runners you need, others do not. So the fact they tell you which ones you need is a good plus in my opinion. So there's the chest, and here's the waist. And it shows you how to build the leg frames. It also shows you to here are the stickers you can add. And it shows you how to connect them. And next up are the arm frames. Also shows you on this part you can add stickers as well. And as I showed earlier, these are all the fingers you can use, or the manipulators. And it seems like each finger, aside from the thumb, has 3 pieces that you need to attach. So I love that. And it also shows you that there are other pieces you can use instead of those. So this is for the left arm, the right arm or right hand, and lastly the head frame. So it shows you that you can use some stickers if you choose to. So we see about that. And of course the GN drive. And there's that checkpoint just to let you know to be careful. And this is where the armor starts. And these are all the runners that should be left over. I'm actually kind of surprised at how this is. Usually it's just you build the leg, then you build the armor. You don't normally have to save the armor for last for some kits. So that's really interesting. Alright, the checkpoint on the GN drive has asked you to take the hands out and then start off with the armor. Looks like it starts with the body. Then the waist. Then the feet and legs. I wonder if this would actually make the build a bit faster. I say that because the legs tend to be the ones that take the longest to build, at least for me. And then after the legs, all the arms and shoulders. And armor for the head. And it shows you how to put the GN drive back in. And lastly, it looks like these are the weapons, of course. And it shows you the other remaining runners for them. So it starts off with the GN long blade. And it looks like you're going to be building the GN short blade too. The GN shield. And some of the stickers in the shield as well, so I'm kind of like that. And the GN sword. And these are where you make the beam sabers or beam daggers, and also shows you where they are placed on the kits, on the Exia. So that's pretty interesting. Shows you how to some gimmicks with the GN long blade and GN short blade. Shows you what kind of hands would be best suited to fit the swords in them. And of course, you can put the swords right beside on the waist skirt, or on, looks like on the upper part of the leg at that joint. How to position the GN sword in the hand and forearm. Shows you some other gimmicks. And shows you how their some things are articulated or move around. So the waist kind of shows you that you can actually move the waist forward for different posing. Some gimmicks for the GN drive. And there's another piece there that you can just put inside besides the GN drive. How to probably maneuver the action base and how to attach the GN drive. And we could put some, and also the action base has some storage. Oh, that's really nice. I like that. Yeah, you don't get that often. So that's awesome. I like that. That's really cool. Oh yeah, this is really a step above other perfect grades I've built so far. So yes, here are the here's the Exia. Those are the other Gundams. Kyrios, Virtue, and Dynamis. Yeah, Dynamis. It shows you the inner frame. The color palette. And it also shows you where the stickers go. And that's it. And that is the manual along with the pieces and runners of the Perfect Grade Gundam Exia. So you can see here, I would definitely be busy building this kit, but I'll be sure to move as fast as I can, so that way it won't be too long for the next video for these series. But before I continue that, there was one more thing about this kit. So for this kit, or for the Perfect Grade specifically, is that this actually comes with, there's actually another Perfect Grade Gundam Exia. But that's a little bit different because it comes with one thing that, if you don't get it with that kit, is sold separately. And that is the Perfect Grade LED unit for the Gundam Exia. That's right, this kit lights up. And these are all the LED units that will be used around the chest, the head, the legs, all around. It actually shows you right here. So actually this changes colors. So it shows from pink, blue, green, and goes in transitions. And it also shows you right here that everything that comes inside this box. So yeah, this is going to be really exciting. I actually never dealt with LEDs for Perfect Grade before. For the headpiece, yes, but something like this nature, no. So this is going to be brand new for me. And as long as all the lights work, that's all I care about. But as I mentioned earlier, yes, there's another kit. So you can either buy these two separately, or there is another Perfect Grade kit that the lights come with the kit. It just costs, extra, probably extra 100 on top of that. So really, it doesn't really matter how you want to go play it. You can either buy these two separately or buy just another Perfect Grade that has LEDs in it. I would say both are, no matter which way you do it, you can be paying the same amount. So I don't think it really matters. But just throwing that out there. But be sure, if I can find good links, I'll be sure to add them down below. But yes, other than that, I am super excited to build this kit. Like I said, I'm super excited to see how I handle the LEDs, and just want to see how this kit turns out. So if I'm again looking forward to it. I'm really excited, and I hope you all are excited too. So with all that being said, thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more video updates. My social links are down below. There are two videos here. One's most recent, and one that YouTube picked out for your viewing pleasure. And be sure, of course, to check out other videos that I have on my channel, whether you are fans of Gundams, Zoids, or anything else in between. I hope there's something there for you to enjoy, and of course for you to learn a few things about the kits. Or if you are a hobbyist and maybe there are some techniques I share that you're into as well. So again, thank you all for watching, and until next time, keep on building.